Hello, my name is Benita Stafford Smith, and I'm absolutely delighted today to share my experience here at Aster Hospital with Dr. Tamer, the vascular surgeon here at Aster. So the surgery wasn't on me, the surgery was for my son, and it was an emergency surgery. It was a long weekend. It was Saturday of the long weekend. So I came to this hospital in a bit of a panic after being sent home from another hospital because they didn't have a surgeon. I called and discovered there was a surgeon here, but I couldn't see him till Sunday night, and the infection in my son's foot was spreading like wildfire. So I was in a bit of a panic, I'll say. And I was helped by a gentleman named Faris, who was the manager on the ward at the time. And when he heard my case, he said, well, I can give you an appointment Sunday night. And I said, no, that will be too late. He could lose his foot by then. So he thought about it, and then he immediately called Dr. Tamer. And to my great relief, Dr. Tamer came to the hospital right away to see my son. I can't tell you what a huge relief that was. And he was amazing. His bedside manner was, he connected with my son. He told us exactly what was going to happen. And he wasn't sure. He had to look at the x-rays at the wound. And he wasn't sure if we need amputation or not. Alhamdulillah, we didn't need amputation. But his bedside manner, he explained everything in great detail, and he was so patient and calm, and it brought both of us great comfort. And I'm happy to say he took him into surgery immediately. Immediately. He had to go through the paperwork, but we went for surgery that night, and it was short and sweet. I think he was out in about an hour and no amputation, and very pleased with the work we saw with the incisions. And then as soon as the surgery was over, he came to the hospital room to tell me everything was okay. And then when my son was back in the room, he came to see us again. So I can't say enough about how great he was. He immediately responded to our crisis, and he was, in my opinion, it was an excellent surgery. And the hospital was very welcoming. It wasn't a long process, and everyone we talked to was actually smiling and interested to see us, which is kind of different for a hospital. So I was really pleased. That really, again, gave us a sense of comfort that we were in the right place. So my overall experience, especially with Dr. Tamer, but also with the staff and the hospital, the room was beautiful, clean. There was no disturbances. The whole experience was great. Those are the only words that I can use to explain how our experience was. So if you're thinking about a surgery, I'd highly recommend this hospital, Aster Hospital. So thank you for listening.